I'm Jeremy Culhane, and this is my last meal.
Every person has exactly two things in common. We all gotta eat and we're all gonna die. Today's guest is an actor, comedian, and podcast host who you might recognize from American Vandal, Dropout, and Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. He's one of the newest cast members at Saturday Night Live, but before all that, he was just on the only devil-worshipping dance crew at Texas Christian University.
Holy God.
Jeremy Culhane, welcome to the show.
That is crazy.
What do you remember about your time with the Satan Stompers? You had a perennial battle against the Soul Steppers every single year.
So there was a stomp team at Texas Christian University called the Soul Stompers. Man, they could not stomp well, but they tried. And as a joke, my improv/sketch team were like, why don't we create a fake feud and we're the Satan Stompers? And then we would stomp battle them.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe you found that. It was very funny because us doing Satan Stompers, there were some people in the improv group that were like, I will have no part in that video. And I was like, yeah!
So you were the bad boy
Yes.
of the Satan Stompers in the Christian improv community.
I was like, Satan, give me my legs. Let this boy dance. That was a blast. We also had a feud with the library. Gosh.
I have missed
Improv
the
comedy in
library.
college.
I just watched a lot of Laser Pets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very adjacent.
Big
Yes.
fan of senseless acts of comedy.
Oh my God. Shout out. My favorite thing is improv team names in college because they're all so bad. Senseless acts of comedy. Random acts of violence, I think it was a play off of.
Yep, that seems to be it.
So we'd all be SAC, we'd be all different ties. God, I really hit my peak early in life, I would say.
Hey, and I'm glad to take you on your free fall towards the bottom.
Yeah,
man.
towards SNL. Oh my God. SNL is so much worse than my improv college team.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming on the show. Have you thought about your last meal before?
No, this was the kind of the first time I had to like put pen to paper and go, what would I eat before I die? And it was kind of heavy to go like, oh my God. But then it was also nice to go, oh my God, the people I love.
The dichotomy of
Yes.
man, the oh my God to the oh my God.
Yes, exactly. I've got a fascination with death for sure. Spent a lot of time in
Interesting.
graveyards, as a little fun fact. Yeah, I'm kind of a little mysterious.
Wait, but you actually spent a lot of time in
Yeah,
graveyards.
yeah. When I was kind of wandering in life, I would bring a chair and just go wander the graveyard near my house and write in my journal. And God, those journal entries were so good.
I wish you would have uploaded those somewhere because we would have found them and you didn't. Those are locked under it.
They are not on a Tumblr. You can find them nowhere. I will release them posthumously.
From what age to what age were you wandering graveyards, writing in journals?
Oh God, the perfect age, like 24 to 28.
Oh God, that's...
Honestly, now I do it every once in a while, just to go back to the old haunt.
If we're not just going to do open pyre funerals and burn people
I
into
agree.
the sky, we should use them as parks.
They're awesome. They're one of the most peaceful, respected places in the world that you go and you're like, oh, everything's calm, and you got to look at life and go, huh, that's it. That's where it is. That's where it goes. And then finding graves that have been here longer than they were alive or longer than you've been alive. You go, wow, the memories that they hold are all with them, and they've died, and that's where it went, right here in front of me. I'm getting into my journal entries.
Oh, I smell another journal entry coming.
Dear journal, last meal was crazy today.
Speaking of which, you ready to eat?
Yes.
Jeremy, for the first course of your final meal on Earth, we kind of have the SoCal special here.
Okay.
We have the sushi,
look at
the In-N-Out
this.
burgers, and then the classic al pastor tacos, and then, of course, your brother's scruffy vermouth.
A dream.
A dream. Tell me about your brother's scruffy vermouth.
Okay, so my brother co-owns this company. He studied winemaking, viticulture in
UC
college.
Davis?
At San Luis Obispo.
Man.
Cal Poly, Maniculture.
Go Mustangs.
Yes. Oh, you're very
There's gonna be
familiar.
so many stupid Southern California
all
names. I know.
SoCal people.
We're all so
It's-
SoCal.
it's wonderful
Were you
to meet.
Ruka or Volcom?
I was Volcom.
Volcom. I was a Ruka kid. And still we're here
Okay,
together.
you know, I went to TCU and I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, the girls are gonna be all over me because I'm a California guy.
I'm gonna call you Sunshine.
They were all like, you're gay because you wear Volcom. And I was like, This is
Volcom.
the hottest thing I could be wearing.
Also, Volcom was like the cool brand.
Yes.
Even if there was they used gay as a pejorative, and we don't do that.
Yes. And that wasn't me saying that.
No.
Go after the women at TCU.
All of them.
In the comments, go for the women at TCU. I'm kidding, sorry.
Lady Horn Frogs, you got it coming.
Your time of reckoning is here.
You were saying, so your brother.
Yes, sorry,
Holy
I got
Slow.
so
No,
distracted.
that was my bad.
This is vermouth that they make. It's amazing. I tried it and I'm like obsessed with it. It tastes like when you're in the pool in the summer, you're like, ugh, nothing could be better than a popsicle right now. And then you have the popsicle. But try it. Think popsicle.
Think popsicle. I'm in a pool, wet Dorito hands, eating
Yes.
chlorine.
I mean,
Okay, well, this actually does have what I would call creamsicle notes. You get this
Yes.
kind of like heady floralness of vanilla, and then I'm smelling the orange rind, obviously, but a little bit of citrus off that vermouth. It's not like super sweet and cloying.
well, cheers.
God,
This is
good.
amazing.
Okay, where are we starting with on the food? Because these are all beautiful Southern California staples.
Yes. Okay. I think we got to start with the sushi, right?
Sushi.
We'll do a freaking bite of sushi. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
Do you flip it?
What do you do?
So I would just eat it, but I saw Elijah Wood. He went,
Whoa. Okay, I'm going to try that.
flip it upside down. Ah! That's what he did in Happy Feet as Mumble the Penguin. He first went, ah. We got this from Sushi Gen.
This is awesome. This
really
is
fun.
one I got where I was like, I just eaten my sushi meal. I was like, what do you guys think I should try? Because it's very Japanese forward. So
Yeah.
they don't speak a lot of English. So I was like, can you just get me something good, I guess? And she went, and she disappeared, came back. She was like, eat.
That's beautiful. That's
the
what I want.
best sushi
Take it
I've
out
ever
of my
had.
hands
I love
entirely.
it so much. It's like, biggest sushi fan. In and out, SoCal.
Come on.
I mean, you gotta.
I know. My wife's trying to stop me from getting this tattooed as like a tribal armband
That would
around
be
my left
so
bicep.
cool.
This
I like
is
how you're opening
You
it.
gotta just rip the bag, Feral style. What are your
Okay.
earliest core In and Out memories? Because this really is like the Southern California birthright.
Yes, they used to come to my middle school for
truck.
a hot lunch. Yeah, the truck would come for a hot lunch every month or so. And so everyone would have their order, but you could only order like 2 things. And that was like, that's what I remember going like, ugh, what the hell is this? I'm craving it once a month. And so
Yeah.
now it's kind of like my period. I'm sorry. But it does every month. It's like, I need
There was a point
In-N-Out.
where I could tell that you were going there and that you couldn't physically help
couldn't
yourself. It
stop.
was the way that Satan grabbed you to stomp.
To stomp
It's the
right
same way
there.
that you were
I was
grabbed
like,
to do that.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, but this is my favorite order. It's like everything on it. Just classic.
Best.
Cheers. Come on.
Do you currently identify as a bi-coastal baddie?
I do.
Yeah, I see it in you. What's been the biggest culture shock of splitting time now, you're in Brooklyn?
Okay, the biggest difference so far, cold,
That sucks. I hate that.
but also SNL is like this amazing place where you just get absorbed into the world of it. Like I'm not living in New York, I'm living at SNL. And I kind of love it. I've always wanted a job like that,
You could see how that could be flipped one way. Like, I'm basically living at work.
Yeah.
If you said that, I'm basically living at work, it sounds fun. But if you're like, I'm basically living at work.
Basically living it.
It probably helps that it's like SNL.
I know it does because it's like when I got there, I was so worried about like the timing and all that stuff. But then I
Yeah.
realized I've been doing this for free for 10 years. Like I've been staying up all night writing shitty sketches with my friends. And that's what I get paid to do now.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
fire me, please. So it's been great. And the biggest difference is the vibe in LA is so laid back. Especially, there was this moment the other day. It was blizzarding in New York. I was heading to work on the subway. I was like, slipping on ice, stepping in like puddles of wet darkness that you're like, what the hell did I just get on? I'm getting these texts from LA. Hey, Jared, just thinking about you. Just want to say, like, I love you and appreciate you. And I'm just really thinking about you today. And I was like, the weather in LA must be just so perfect that it brings out, there's this moment every spring that everybody in LA starts texting love texts. My friend called me, he was like, man, there's like an ocean breeze and it's like 75 and everybody's out, man. And I just want to say, I love you, man. You're doing great. And I was like, all of you.
All of them, because
New York, I was like, but it was so amazing to experience that. Like that, there's a moment in spring in LA where everybody starts sending the I love you. They all become very namaste, very
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Malibu.
But now you're saying that you've forsaken that entire vibe and you love
I
slipping
understand
and
the
sleeves.
other side. I'm seeing the New York. I'm going like, get out of my way. I did actually genuinely have a New York moment where I said, a car pulled in front of me. I went, hey, I'm walking here. What the hell? I kind of was like, I'm walking here.
It finally happened for me. Is it true that during your SNL audition, or at least the showcase, that you were performing with nunchucks?
Oh my God.
And then the nunchucks broke and you had to carry on. Anyway, Jeremy, what the hell happened?
It's worse than that. The nunchucks slipped from my hand and hit 2 women in the face.
Did they go to TCU and did they call you? Okay.
But if you do go to TCU, get ready. No, so this would happen at my showcase in LA. I had a great journal session before. I was like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. Just release it. And so I was doing the showcase. It was up. My character showcase is 5 minutes. I'm doing a bunch of different characters. So far, I'm doing really well. Like B+, and we're rising. We're doing great. If you can hit an A, you're golden, right? I get to my last character, which is the most convoluted character I've ever done in my life, and it's a pastor nunchuck who wants to combine his dojo and his church into one. It doesn't make sense if you explain it. And it never...
It feels very Orange County, though. I feel like there are a dime a dozen down there, yeah.
To be honest, it didn't even make sense when I was doing it. So I come out with my... and he has this confession he wants to make. And I was like, so I come out with this awful mustache and wig, and I'm just flinging these nunchucks going like, welcome to the dojo! Come on, let's go! Just flinging this. I can see the audience going like, what the hell? I stop. I'm like, great, I got through the hard thing. Let's do this. I go, guys, I don't want to do this anymore. Because what if I told you I've got a confession to make? What if I told you I've sinned? And when I do that, I for some reason, I go like that. Something I've never done before. The nunchuck goes like this. And the pure velocity of it makes it fling out of my hand. Boom, boom, hits 2 people and slams against the wall. It's like, boom! I go, oh no. The audience goes dead silence. Everybody's like, oh! I go, I did not mean to do that. But then for some reason, my brain was like, this is the funniest thing life could do to me in the world. I looked at this quiet audience, just went through them. Everybody's like, this old manager I had going like this. Keep on going, and over on the wings are my 2 best friends, and they are crying with laughter. Just like, oh my God. Some reason that just kicked me into gear, and so I just continue with the character going like, are you all right? Are you all right? Shut up. Are you all right? Shut up. All right. Yeah. Guys, I didn't mean to do that. Obviously, we got a little derailed. And then I got back to the reveal of the thing, and it's, I've sinned because what if I told you I'm addicted to eating out women? As you can see, it makes less sense as you keep on going on. And for some reason, because it was all so broken and chaotic, the audience just went, this is actually the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And it just turned the room. Everybody was dying with laughter. I was like, this is crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on. But it just switched the whole the showcase from a showcase to a fun show that you're watching a man slowly break down on stage.
Yeah.
And then I sing a song called, and all I'm saying in the song is chuck it and f it and suck it. Over and over and over again.
Can we get a sample of that? Or I just want to hear the sort of melody.
It would just go, chuck it, good, it's so good, chuck it, good, it's so chuck it, good, chuck it, chuck, 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 chuck it, chuck, chuck, chuck it, suck it, suck, suck, suck. Your censor person is gonna have a blast with this one. It was absolutely chaotic, and people just lost their minds. All these agents in Hollywood went, actually, that's funny. And they would love it, cry. It was great. And then I talked to the 2 people I accidentally hit. They were all good. They were like, it barely scraped. It was all foam. And mostly the big noise on the wall. And they both took me to general meetings. That's how Hollywood works, baby.
Apparently. But
take a nunchuck, hit somebody, you'll get a general meeting.
No, but I think take a nunchuck, hit somebody, but then have the thousands of hours of experience stacked up to know when you stumble, how do I actually turn this into a positive, right? Not to sound like an alpha male influencer over here.
That's awesome.
But yeah, listen, it's like talking to an athlete who's like, the play broke down, nothing was happening as it was supposed to, but I remembered my training, this one rep that I had in practice where I saw something I feel like you have that with the thousands of hours of improv that you've built up.
Yeah, it was like this kismet moment where actually in that moment, everything stopped. And my brain, rather than going, oh no, went, oh yes. This is actually the most freeing. Before that, I was so scared about things going wrong and control. Even with improv, with all my hours, all my improv has lightly been about how do you control chaos.
Yeah.
But my favorite parts of improv are when you're like doing an improv jam and you have completely randoms and it feels like surfing. You're just like, what did you say? You're my grandma and you got a gun and you're gonna shoot me and also you're my dog? Here we go, baby! And you just ride it and see if you can make it work. And so that moment felt exactly like that. I got off stage and went, oh my God. Life is crazy. I gotta go to the graveyard.
You gotta text everybody I know that I love them. Take you to the Alpha Store Tacos. Do you want me to do cilantro?
Please, do the
Contoro?
fixins.
Yeah.
Which one? Where did you get these?
We wanted to try and go as LA as possible, so these are from Angel's Tijuana Tacos. They make their tortillas fresh, which is really rare for like a $2 taco stand in LA.
One of the most magical things about taco stands is every taco stand is different. There's no uniformity in the green or red sauce, which one's better. And that you're like, how long has this been sitting out?
Never concerned myself with that.
How much flavor has it added, basically? I mean, this is a California wet dream.
It really is, man. Jeremy, for the second course of your final meal, we have... This is the family special, man.
Oh, I'm gonna
the
cry.
hometown. We have the Lucky Boy breakfast burritos with the ranch. Only people who are from here know, man.
Yeah.
God, it's so good. And then we have your aunt's Thanksgiving potatoes and your mom's chili tacos. Where do we start?
This rocks. I can't believe it.
Hey, no, this
Come
rocks.
on. I think we gotta do Lucky Boy first to show people. So this is how you do it. The Pasadena locals, Altadena locals know how to do it. So you gotta do the salsa first. And I know you guys are gonna be grossed out by this, but it literally is the most game-changing flavor in your life. You add the ranch on top. Yeah, I heard
This is
some
the
in
most
the
Southern
back.
California used to be Mexico thing, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Dude, the jiggliness of the ranch.
Look at that.
God.
I'm hearing audible gasps.
Who said that? Kick them out of the room.
It's probably TCU women. No, I can't keep doing this game.
Of all of the organizations that reached out to congratulate you for getting SNL, which one do you think was the weirdest / maybe least deserving?
Oh, that's so funny.
I have a list if you'd like me to consult it.
Yes, please. Okay.
We can rank this from the Beta Theta Pi fraternity.
It's that. Here's the truth. I love beta, for sure. If you're a beta guy, stick with it. I just wasn't really in it. I did it for a semester. I quit and I never paid my dues. But it was starting at TCU, and so I joined the starting fraternity. So my name is I'm one of the founding fathers of Beta Theta Pi at TCU. I'm interested to hear the list though. Maybe there's one that's
The John V. Roach Honors College.
oh, I rep that hard.
Hell yeah.
Shout out J.V. Roach Honors College. Shout out Ronald Pitcock, Professor Pitcock. Come on!
Come on, Pitcock. This is one of my favorites, the Taka Taka Club.
Oh, okay. I actually rep this hard. This is my aunt and my brother's club. They run a trash picking up club on the side of the 2 highway
Hell
up
yeah.
Angeles Crest. And you go up there with a bunch of old ladies and then some people that are my brother's age. You pick trash for an hour. You get tea. It freaking rocks. If you want to donate or you want to volunteer, literally just show up at like 8 a.m. on a Tuesday, the first turnout of the 2 freeway, Angeles Crest, right above La Cañada. They'll give you a picker. You go to freaking work.
That's how it works. You just show up. There's no online sign-up sheet. You just...
There should be.
Okay, well...
There should be. It's my aunt. She's an old lady
didn't
from
mean to
Kenya.
criticize.
She has no idea what she's doing. They show up, and then sometimes my brother is a rock climber too. I'm really making my brother sound like the hottest, most interesting man in the world. And
Yeah, can we
that
get
I
your
hate
brother
women.
in?
Yeah.
All I've heard about you is you lied about being in a fraternal order.
And our whole life we'd go hiking up here. Like a very special part of my life is hiking in the Angeles Crest kind of national forest. And my whole life we'd just see trash and the same trash. And then one day my mom was like, I want to go clean it up. And she took my aunt. My aunt was like, let's start a club. My brother helped join it too. And so now they just go on these turnouts and clean up trash. And it refills like crazy. And if people look at it going like, what's the point of this? And the point is, nobody else is going to do this. It's taught me such a hard lesson of like, if you see trash, pick it up. Because no other person, there's no system or device in place that will do it for us. Nothing. There's nobody that's going to do it, so you have to go do it.
Yeah, while everyone's debating, you're out there picking up trash and your super hot, sexy, winemaking, rock climbing brothers getting down there and doing
And
it.
I'm showing up a little late, like 9:30, going like, where's tea? Hell yeah.
How tall's your brother?
Like, shut up. He's like 5'10", 5'11", probably. And he is objectively hotter than me, I will say.
We actually talked to your aunt because this is her recipe for Thanksgiving potatoes. She really knows what she's doing in the kitchen.
She's one of the best cooks in my life. All the food that I eat is primarily hers. My favorite food is primarily hers. I threw my mom a bone.
Yeah.
No, this is honestly one of my favorite recipes.
Do you want me to gravy up the potatoes?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Oh,
So these are like English style roasted potatoes. There's a whole like mechanism to how to get them the crispiest.
We parboiled them and then scratched them up with a fork to actually expose the potato starch.
Yes.
And then roast them in the fat to get them extra craggly and crispy.
You've outdone yourself.
Shout out to Valerie, man.
Shout out to Valerie Botta.
Well, I was trying to research organizations that congratulated you to kind of lightweight make fun of them, a la the fraternity. I actually stumbled upon a really sweet story, and that was a business called Rhythms of the Village.
What is that? Rhythms of the Village?
Rhythms of the Village made a design for a sweatshirt called Altadena Heritage that you wore on SNL.
Yes.
That was to benefit a Black-owned clothing store and cultural center that burned down during the fire in Altadena.
Yes.
And they were really excited about you wearing their sweatshirt.
I love their so I'm from Altadena. Like,
Yeah.
I claim Pasadena because I kind of went to school there, but really I grew up in Altadena.
Yeah.
And when the fire happened, we were all just like shaken and devastated. But then I got into SNL and I was like, I can so easily shout out my hometown because they're going through such a rough time right now. And that sweatshirt is amazing. My brother was the one. God, I gotta stop talking about my brother. My brother and a person that works on SNL, Carly, she also grew up in Altadena. They knew the sweater. So actually, I think that sweater is Carly's that I was borrowing.
Oh, funny.
We grew up and then my parents moved around in Altadena a ton. And so I think like 3 out of the 5 houses that we lived in burnt down. The whole area's changed, but I'm really hoping that through communal efforts and through community that it will come back in some semblance of what it used to be.
Yeah.
I love Altadena. Shout out, I worked at the Altadena Country Club for a really long time as a swim coach.
I know.
Taught a bunch of kids how to swim.
And you were qualified to do that.
I was fun.
Did anybody...
There was moments where people would almost drown.
Okay.
Not because I was teaching them, but they were in the pool. And you go, and dive in. There's a bunch of kids that I taught how to swim that are now reaching out going, "You're my swim coach." I go, yeah, I'm multifaceted. Take that, my brother.
Tell me about the chili tacos. We don't have to talk about your brother. You're the one that keeps bringing him up.
So this is my mom's take on Mexican food.
Yeah, we actually did call your mom to get the recipe. You have a lovely family. We haven't talked to your brother, but now I kind of wish I would have called him. There we go again.
You're talking about him.
But she was talking about how this is kind of Britishified version of it because it starts with mirepoix, so there are carrots and celery in the taco meat.
Yes. But she would make this like beautiful chili. I'm really curious as to what you think. And be honest.
I grew up on white people tacos too.
Just like Mama used to make, huh?
It tastes like an image. You know what I mean?
An image?
This tastes like something I've seen. There's something like Rene Magritte about this.
Yes.
You know, Cecine Paz un taco kind of situation.
Yeah.
I mean, it is actually good.
So they grew up in Kenya, my mom and my aunt. So their British culture is like the Downton Abbey version of British culture too. So it's even more farther removed from Mexico. They've bastardized this food. And I love it.
My grandma's a Lithuanian Jew living in like the Dutch part of South Africa, speaking a perfect Queen's Elizabeth accent for her entire life.
Crazy.
Because that's what all the schools were and whatnot. So I had a very confused cultural identity growing up.
My great-grandma on my dad's side is a Lithuanian Jew that lived in Cape Town, South Africa.
We're out here.
How much
And
guilt do you wake up with every
A
morning?
fair amount, and so you do too, because it's
Absolutely. Come on.
Yeah, I think what we're really getting at here is life is complicated.
The best thing about South Africa is that they're very open and honest about apartheid.
Yeah.
Desmond Tutu had the whole, I don't know what the movement was called, after I'm blowing it again, but where everybody had to come in and admit what they had done, the atrocities of apartheid. And that's, I think, the best way to handle something like that is to admit and try to, as a nation, move forward from it, rather than push it away, pretend like it didn't happen, and then go like, well, you guys are fine. Maybe happening in a nation today. But yeah, there's, I wake up with immense guilt every morning of my life.
Do you think that guilt comes from just like generalized anxiety, or do you think it comes from like a strong moral compass?
It probably comes from Catholic raised.
Catholic raised, but like you got the Jewish anxiety that runs in our genes. Like, you know, all Chihuahuas kind of shake.
Yeah.
Like all of us just kind of have like thousands of years of.
I got that deep-seated anxiety.
Call them Jew quakes, yeah.
Add a little bit of flavoring of deep, hey, you see that guy who's on that cross? He died for you because you're bad. Every morning you wake up, you're bad. You have to apologize to him. Go. Apologize to him through the priest right now. Yeah, say them Hail Mary right now. Do it. No, say it 3 times actually. Okay, that counts as an apology.
I'm seeing where nunchuck preacher came from a little bit. Yeah,
Repressed.
You felt like the nunchucks were more verbal when you were growing up, but now they're physical.
I went to Catholic school my whole life before TCU, Christian school. Still don't understand why I went to TCU, really.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
I applied to a bunch of colleges, and then out of the ones I got into, I went to go tour them. And I went to TCU, and I was like, this is the prettiest place I've ever been in my life. Everything's blooming. The girls are Southern belles. And then I asked 2 questions to the guy showing me around the college, who was a year older than me. I was like, is this a big fraternity school? Because I wasn't interested in fraternities at the time. Shut up, Beta Theta Pi. I'm a brother for life. He said, they stick to themselves. It's like, not really anybody does it. And I went, is this a big religious school? Because I'm not Christian. And he was like, nah, they like Texas Christian, it's by Christian by name. We really want to change it to Texas Central. I went, okay, great. I showed up. It was, everybody was in fraternity, and everybody was the most religious person I ever met in my life. Because I didn't understand cultural Christianity, where it's imbued in the culture. You go to church because that's where people meet. I only understood Catholicism. Everybody was Christian, but I, being like a weirdo from LA, improv nerd, found my weirdos there that were still kind of Christian. And I was just like, yeah, I guess we'll pray, whatever. It's just very different. It was a cultural experience for me. I kind of liked it because it was like so different. And I'm never going to ever live in a place like that, surrounded by such deep-rooted Christianity, God, Jesus Christ, you know, that kind of God, that he loves you. I didn't grow up with God loves you. Yeah. My God was like, I swear to God, I'm going to flood this place again. This close.
Did you feel any more connected to the idea of God finally seeing a loving God sort of enacted in people?
What I did was I understood it. I understood. I was in LA, in my little city, and going like, why are these people so Bible thumping? And I went there and I was like, this is a Fleet Foxes concert at 9 a.m. in the morning. This rocks.
Yeah.
They're all like, get the guitar out. Come on. Put your hands up. This one's for Jesus Christ. He loves you. Of course you're going to be like, yeah! Mumford & Sons! It's all Mumford & Sons coded. My was like, all right, Neil, sing in Latin. And then I had this priest that would talk like this. Dearly, we gather today to witness Jesus Christ.
Every youth pastor I knew had like sick tattoos and rode like a blind skateboard.
Yeah, see, you grew up with the cool ones.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, how's school?
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, the allegations came, but before that, they were cool.
Well, guess what? Catholics have never been allegated anywhere.
Ready to go to course number 3?
Yeah, for sure.
We just have a little preparation to
What
do.
is this?
If you could help tape that to the underside of the table.
There we go. I'm just going to tuck it. Just making some preparations.
Okay, double glasses. What's about to happen? Everybody put on sunglasses.
Jeremy, you said that you had always wanted a very fancy restaurant experience. So this is the fanciest, most immersive restaurant experience we could imagine. Without further ado, your 3rd course.
What is this?
They say a dream is a wish your heart makes. Some wish for money, some wish for power, some wish to one day be a guest on the Joe Rogan Experience, but not you. No, you wish for something far greater than that. You wish to be famous.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, you do.
You wish to reach the highest echelons of society.
You will.
You wish to run with the wolves of the world, to sign big deals and eat small portions of steak that have been artfully arranged with their accoutrement. Like crazy plating vibes IDK I've never experienced.
Those are your words.
Yet like a berserker in a Viking longship, beating against the tides of a far-off land, you find yourself at the doorstep of the new world.
Am I gonna die?
You will turn the untouched powder of society into an avalanche charged by your own dormant potential. You have poured blood,
you wrote this?
sweat, and tears into your craft. When everyone said that your bit about a boy who was able to accurately predict
you.
where the jade is inside of solid rock was too weird and had no punchline, did that stop you? No.
I really like that bit.
Because you are unstoppable.
What a great bit.
You are a sea anemone who cannot stop, will not stop feasting on the zooplankton that is other people's fears and trepidations because you are not like them.
No, you're not.
Is this like what
Life
it's
is
like
a
to be rich?
perennial battle
This
of
is what
man
they do?
versus beast, a predator versus prey, of a little boy versus a rock that might contain jade, and you have been imbued with the hand of God to discern whether or not a Qin Dynasty base is real or fake. The gift of the Magi is reserved for those willing to pass through the gates of hell.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
When you have been
Now the
podcasting
dubstep
for
starts.
too long and your
This
tailbone
is
kind of hurts
insane.
from the chair,
Thank you, Lily.
do not get
Thank you, Lily.
in. When your lungs are screaming for air because you've laughed too hard doing silly bits with your friends, the word no is not in your vocabulary. When you're on deadline for submitting sketches,
Thank you.
you've procrastinated yet again.
So what the hell is this?
There will be no one to save you.
No, there won't.
The wolf does not deal in self-esteem. He only deals in the hunt. His debts are paid in meat. So are yours.
And so are yours, Jeremy.
This is insane.
Jeremy, please fulfill your destiny. Grab the hammer and smash this orb.
What
Jeremy,
the
grab
is
the
going
hammer.
on?
Jeremy, grab the fucking hammer and smash it
This is what rich people do all day?
all the time.
Oh!
Thank you, chefs. So, Jeremy, what we have here is your dirty gin martini.
What the hell just happened?
What part of it don't you understand? Cheers.
Is this how rich people eat? What
I'm gonna
the-
need to answer one specific question at a time because this is all very normal for us.
Rich people are missing something in their life if this is what they're doing every day.
Yeah. So
This isn't crazy.
what we have for you?
Who are those people?
What?
Who were those people?
What people?
Where did they go?
I was really lost in the motivational alpha wolf talk.
How did you know that?
What?
The motivational alpha wolf thing I listen to every day.
Oh no, that's what I listen to every day. I made my own. Did you make your own?
That is insane. That
Talks about the boy you can see through rock to find the jade,
I'm so freaked
but also Qin Dynasty vases.
yes.
'Cause you have
I
to discern if
heard.
they're real. Oh, sorry.
I heard.
I thought that was your main question. So what we have for you today. So this is actually a sous vide charcoal grilled tenderloin with a potato pave. You said you also wanted a Caesar salad. So here we have a dehydrated kale with a Caesar dressing, a little bit of pea shoot tendrils. This is a nitrogen frozen horseradish. This is actually the condiment for the steak. And then your French fries are represented in the potato pave that is nestled in the bordelaise sauce. Oh, and this is an asparagus emulsion, but you knew that. Where to dig in?
I'm gonna die.
No, try the snow. It's nice. It tastes like horseradish.
I'm bashooken.
This is actually modeled after the table set presentation of a dessert at 3 Michelin star Alinea in Chicago.
Wow.
So that was the inspiration. Chef Grant Achatz, we love what you do.
I can die. This is what I've always wanted. So I listen to this Alpha Wolf motivational 10-minute thing.
Yeah,
almost
is that
every morning.
ironic? Is that post-ironic?
It's both, baby. You gotta ride the middle. You listen to it to crack up because it's the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life. You're like, this is so silly. And then he'll say something that goes like, you will be the first person in your generation to plug in. And you go, maybe I will.
You haven't even tried the
ready to-
asparagus emulsion.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Dang, I missed the asparagus emulsion.
Really tasty asparagus.
Where's the plate? What is the plate?
Oh, this is the paper that you helped put the plate down.
I did help.
Is there an earnest desire in you to be fancy?
It's the deep-rooted British aristocracy in me.
Interesting.
That goes, well, we were raised, you can't eat no fork like that, fork like this. Or my grandma, she would go, are you flying today? I go, what? She go, are you flying? Because you look like you're taking off like a plane. You need to put your elbows in and off of the table. And I go, yes, Grandma, sorry.
There was like a genuine part of me that the only reason I wanted to be successful in my life, I didn't have a lot of success modeled for me when I was a kid, was so I could have these types of experiences. For real, I told you that my only lens to the world was food. So for me, I was like, the reason one should be successful to earn money is so I can eat dope shit like this. And now I can, which is very, very cool. What was the thing that was motivating you? What was that image in your head when you were younger of one day I would like to get on SNL or have a successful Patreon podcast with 3 of my very funny friends.
I was never really interested in fame. I think I was more interested in like the respect aspect of it.
Yeah.
I remember watching like Who's Line, one of my favorite shows, and just being like, these are the funniest people. Like watching it on Fox Family, I think it was called at the time. Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, Wayne Brady, Greg Proops, shout out even, Drew Carey even, come on. Just watching these guys be so funny and going like, that's what I want. I want to be at a level where everybody, like I get to play with people every time and I'm just known as funny, I guess. It's a really good question though. What was motivating me? It was, it's really funny. Also, every single time I see my aunt, she goes, "Where's my beach house?" So that's a big pressure. I would say maybe the guilt coming in from there. I think, but I think it was really like, I would go to UCB shows when I was younger too. And improv is my first love, I would say, my young love. I got into it when I was in high school, middle school even.
Was it Comedy Sports?
Comedy Sports. Yeah. Comedy Sports LA. And so I was like, oh, I just want to do this. And then I found sketch through improv, second love, characters, stupid stuff. And then I would watch a lot of SNL too and go like, oh my God, like Will Ferrell doing these crazy characters, Harry Carey, Dana Carvey. I mean, Andy Samberg with Lonely Island. That was a huge influence on my young brain, my young smooth brain. It looked so fun. I just wanted to get paid to have fun.
Yeah.
I think that was a huge motivating factor. That looks so fun. I just hope one day I can be at that level to just like create little comedy things that are stupid inherently. Stupid meaning good. Positive stupid. It is the biggest life change I've ever gone through in terms of overnight. I'm in New York alone on this show that feels like a dream, and you're hanging out with celebrities and your whole world is now kind of like of this ilk of this old traditional old Hollywood type of show that's so fun and so fast paced. It's hard not to go like, whoa. And that's the crazy thing about coming back to New York and LA, where you go like, oh my God, like the two lives, the life before and the life now are so diametrically opposed in so many ways and so different that there is that little friction and rub of like, it's not anybody that's doing it. It's just an internal discomfort. But I think it's good to sit with those discomforts and like actually feel them in your body. If I'm a big, oh man, we're getting into it now.
Are we gonna start talking about somatic healing, Jeremy?
Dude, how did you know?
Brother, I've been waiting for the somatic healing portion since we started the alpha monologue.
So every alpha needs to go through somatic healing.
And like, wait, unironically. Yes.
Unironically.
Actually.
I got into somatic healing a couple years ago. I was going through this crazy thing in life, and it's a little weird to talk about with all this insane looking food in front of me. I was throwing up every day, multiple times a day for, I think, a year. Yeah. And I was like, it started happening, and I was like, I couldn't control it. I'd gone through periods of my life, it's the anxiety stuff, where I would just like, before I got into college or before I graduated, I would just start throwing up every day, and I just didn't know what was happening. And then when I had a big test, I would start throwing up. My dad was like, you're faking it, because he, and everybody in my life was like, what's going on here? I took allergy tests. Then when this happened, I took body scans, face scans. I did a swallowed scan. They were just like trying to figure it out. Finally, they were like, just go to a therapist, bro. So then I started seeing a therapist who was like leaned on somatic, because I had done a lot of talk therapy at the time. Yeah. It wasn't really helping. This one therapist was awesome, and she was like, she lied me down on the table. She touches the vagus nerve, which is back here. She like basically touches pressure points on the back of your head that stimulate. The way I've described it is like it stimulates your vagus nerve, which is like your whole nervous system runs here, and then it goes into another nervous system that runs through your body. But basically what happens is like you come up against things in your body. She like talks about things. You kind of like talk about what you're feeling in your body, and you work through traumas, unprocessed traumas that you've had for your whole life physically rather than through your brain. And it kind of taught me the brain is a processor. It can't be leading your life. So much of our lives are like brain. But if you like let the brain work as a processor, like a computer, it takes in information rather than gives out like a bunch of thoughts and is the controller. then your body can actually you can start learning the language that your body is speaking. It's like, oh, I was throwing up a ton. What the hell is going on? Oh, I'm anxious specifically in my throat. And so when I start having what I would call basically anxiety attacks, my throat would close up. I could barely breathe. And so then I was doing it on the table, and I literally, there's sometimes I can't breathe. I'm like, just thinking, just literally holding an emotion in my body. And it's a lot of release. I mean, shout out to the alpha males. It's a lot of crying. Tons of crying. And you just kind of land on things by going through a different way. You're like, oh, yeah, I guess I'd never realized that was something that was hurting me from 15 years ago, that every single time I do a show, that little impulse is felt in my body without my head knowing, and that's what triggers this whole thing.
Did you find that sort of primordial wound of oh, this is where the want to be respected, the want to be funny, the want to make other people happy, to try and make myself happy comes from?
There's so many, it's so interesting. It's a well. I always picture it not where you can keep diving deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's bottomless, but it's meant to be bottomless. And that's the beauty of it, is that you can keep on diving. It doesn't mean that there's pointlessness to diving. You have to keep on diving, because that's the beauty of the journey of being an artist, is how deep can you dive into that well, and what do you find there? And then what medium do you use to show the world your beautiful discoveries? And so the journey of going deep is fun. So if you can land on something, I landed on an experience where when I was in middle school, my mom, it was a harvest festival, Halloween, and I really wanted to be this character Pink. It's a woman that I had made up, not Pink the musician. It was just a woman I had made up that I thought was this is awesome. This is funny. It was early drag, basically, was what I was doing. We went to Aardvarks, which was this old costume place. She found me a beautiful, funny gown. We put on a big wig, and I went to my Catholic school, and I thought it was gonna crush. I thought this is so fun and funny, and I became her, really. And I got, every single person looked at me different that I'd never been looked at in my life, from kids to parents. Parents were looking at me going don't talk to him right now.
Oh, man.
And that's something that we landed on of oh, that was so deeply affecting the psyche of who I and how I present forever, that it was oh my God, there was this part of me that loved dressing in drag. There's this part of me that loved embracing femininity wholly.
Yeah.
I'm not trans. I've definitely thought that whole experience, and there's a beauty to that. I don't personally feel trans, but there is a part of me that is so deeply feminine that I think everybody has, that Catholic society and all society really doesn't let us embrace, you know? So
I think investigating that gender identity and performance, especially as two alpha males, and I'm dead serious, is really, really important, and something that we don't grow up being taught.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that was a core memory of going, there's this whole part of me, this whole fun, and it was so fun. It was so joyous. It wasn't guilt-ridden, and then society had made it guilt-ridden and shamed, that going through the process of diving deep and discovering that very specific moment has made this other whole feminine part of me explode and embrace and remember the joy that I felt through that femininity, and I love it. And that is only the beginning of going oh, that was a core moment. What are all the things that led to that, and what are all the other moments connected with me not ever feeling guilty when I experience joy? Which I think is a very modern thing, is if you feel joy, you feel guilt because other people aren't having it, or there's all these things.
You tried to hide behind Volcom shirts after that.
Dude,
and
I
they
was
still called you gay.
And that was damn, you weren't supposed to know that.
Jeremy, for course number 4 of your final meal on Earth, we're calling this the international section. So we have
Oh, baby.
the sirloin steak espetada.
Espetada.
As you said, this is actually a dish I'm not familiar with. And then we have this bowl of soup that we'll get to later. And then the borovos, with train smash sauce, a little bit of kind of
Yes,
braai
train-
sauce
oh
meets
my-
chutney.
Yes.
And then the boerewors, of course, inside the bread roll.
Dude, holy shit.
It's mad lekker, bro. Do you want to go play rugby?
Oh, y'all brew, let's go.
bro.
So we're both South African.
We're both
talked
South
a lot
African,
about this.
and we feel weird about it.
So my South African family, one of my aunts, Auntie Anita, is Madeiran. So they're half Portuguese, half Madeiran.
Yeah.
So my cousin had a wedding and they had espetada just like this,
And it was hanging.
hanging. And what you do is actually you're supposed to take bread and grab it with the bread. So take a little bit of the boerewors bread. Yeah, perfect. There we go.
There it is.
So you do it like this. You take your little bit of bread. It's made with like bay leaves. They cook it over bay leaves.
Yeah, we actually like skewered this with bay leaves, and then make sure it's load bearing.
You take it, and that's your freaking
Oh
espetada.
man, cooked it to a nice medium rare.
So every time I go to South Africa, this is what I'm eating. I'm having espetada, braai, and then boerewors.
dude, that's so good.
Oh, really good.
Your podcast, Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. I am a fan. That was actually, I think the first thing I ever saw you in was you speaking perfect French with Kylie Brakeman, and Vic uncontrollably laughing in the background. Je mange un orange. But it's like dying. You did an episode where y'all were YouTube interview show hosts.
Yes.
Do you remember what your bit was?
Was mine bees?
It was 24 hours with bees, where you like Gwyneth Paltrow or other celebrities.
Other celebrities, 24 hours with bees, and I have to have them ask the questions.
Yeah, but you're in a bee suit there, of course.
Yes, yeah.
The fans can pay for more bees,
Yes.
that then they have a higher chance of being stung, or they can pay for less bees.
Coming for your job, brother.
Do you have any advice for me on any features I can add to this show now that you've been through 3 courses of it?
love it. Maybe like a surprise meal of bad. Bad. This is your bad choice.
So you're kind of going straight to the horror of the bees that you went
Yeah,
through,
yeah.
and kind of put that in food. Yeah.
Or if it's like, and we got Barack Obama, and he's bringing out flambe. Okay, bye, Barack. Here's your flambe. Yeah.
And I think that's happening with a lot of these like macros. Like, you get Cristiano Ronaldo with 8 seconds on a Mr. Beast video.
Crazy.
Like, if they can get Ronaldo and Mr. Beast, I think we can get Obama to carve your espetada. You know what I mean?
I love espetada. I don't know if that's an all right impression to do, but I'm doing
I
it.
think it is, man. So, okay, we have this bowl of soup that we need to talk about.
I am so excited to try this.
I sent the exact verbiage to author of the Viet World Kitchen Cookbook, one of my favorite Vietnamese food experts, Andrew Nguyen. What up, Andrew? I appreciate all the help over the years. You had no idea what the hell you were talking about, but
Well, she's wrong then. She's not much of an expert then.
she did say,
What are my vague rememberings of a soup broth?
what she did say, so Hoi An is, I believe, in the Hue province, which is like central Vietnamese, very coastal. She said the styles of pho that they make there tend to get a little bit wild with the toppings and the garnishes, and there's a lot of like competition because it is so tourist oriented.
Yes.
So we went with a classic pho that was sort of plussed up on your taste memory. We have some rau ram herbs in there. We have some beef ball. We have quail eggs in there because you said, yeah, maybe there were little eggs. And we took that maybe as a yes.
It looks pretty close. I had a soup in Vietnam. It changed my life. I've thought about it every single week since that trip. I tried a broth, changed my life. It was kind of magic, and I hope to God for my last meal, this is the broth.
Oh, if not, I'm getting the bees.
Bees!
No,
No,
not
this
the
is
bees!
really close. This actually kind of feels like it. It was the garment district. We went to get a suit, and this woman was putting a suit on me and looked at my girlfriend at the time and said, "Why are you with him? You're a lot prettier than he is. Why are you with him?" I went, I need a pho after that one.
What was going on in your life when you went to Vietnam?
I was with this girl who we dated at TCU. She wanted to travel the world, and so I was like, okay, do that. Go live your life, queen. And I'll come for the first 2.5 weeks, and we went to Vietnam and Thailand and Cambodia. And then I was like, I gotta get back for my free improv shows. She quickly broke up with me after that.
But why?
I literally don't know to this day.
Dig into the boerewors. We can always come back to the soup.
Yes.
We do now have just a naked...
Boris. Kind of my favorite way to eat it actually is naked.
Please, we have it in a bread roll. We got it naked. My hot take on boerewors. It might be the world's worst sausage. It's this hamburger in a tube. Mm-hmm. Legally, it's not allowed to have more than 10% fat, which if you know anything about sausage making, and I don't know if you do, does your brother?
Shut up, man.
Anyways, you need a lot more than 10% fat to make a good sausage. So this always has just kind of tasted like hamburger meat shoved inside an intestine. You can kind of even see it.
That's so funny. I only taste delicious family memories. I guess one of us is more South African than the other.
I think that's probably true. I had a lot of curried gefilte fish. That was our South African thing. You had a friend get testicular cancer, and you wrote and starred in a really incredible short film called Sperm Bank.
Yes.
Where he's trying to masturbate while dealing with the grief that he's currently experiencing.
Oh, good shout out, brother.
It's
It's
a really great movie that I think shows like grieving through comedy and all the mixed emotions in between really well. I think you're just a fantastic comic relief in there.
Thanks. Well, it's really his story, and I was just kind of like along for the whole ride. It's my friend, one of my best friends, Rob Skirbo. Shout out, Rob. He got testicular cancer in like 2017, I think. And we were like friends, but not like really good friends. We were kind of like, he did improv, I did improv. For some reason, he had to move back to Phoenix to get treatment. And for some reason, I would just call him every day, because I was like going through this period of my life where I'd just gone through a breakup. I'd gone through my parents' divorce. I had to put a pet down. I was broke. I had no money. I was like, what I better do? Call a guy who's got a worse situation than me, I guess. No, I'm kidding. And he always says it was the most annoying thing in the world until it wasn't, until it was awesome. And so we became best friends through those phone calls. And those phone calls, I would come visit him too. And his stories of like his cancer, journey was so funny sometimes. You know, it's like people think of cancer as like this kind of like death sentence, but a lot of it is living with cancer. Yeah. And just the funniest things. I went over one time, he was just finished like intense chemotherapy. I think he had got stage 4. Chemo wasn't working. He had to get bone marrow transplant. He ended up having to get this student-led or research-led surgery. He's alive now and starred in the film. But one time I went over and he was like, dude, I bet I could do 5 push-ups. I'm like, no, don't do that. He's like, I bet you I could. I was like, you are skin and bone. I don't want to see you do this. He said, watch. He does 5 push-ups. Guess the 5 goes like, it was awful to watch. Just like, 5. He goes, I don't feel so good. He passes out for an hour and a half. I watched the movie Amistad by myself. Brutal
really quick.
movie.
Yeah, why Amistad?
It was just on his TV and I didn't know where the remote was. I'm a guest at his house. He's asleep for an hour and a half. I'm just sitting there watching Amistad. He wakes up and like, what did I miss? Oh, Amistad? Nice. So it was like crazy stories like that where, I mean, there's so many that he would talk about in terms of nurses and stuff that we were like, this is actually really funny. And one of the funniest ones was when he got diagnosed, he was like, hey, you have testicular cancer. Immediately after that, they go, we have to take a sperm sample because chemotherapy makes you like infertile. So there he is, like having the biggest news reckoning of his life. He doesn't know what the future looks like. And he has to go masturbate. And it was just so funny the way he talked about it that we were like, let's just make this a short. And we're trying to pitch it as a TV show now. So hopefully that ends up somewhere. But shout out to Rob. He's one of my best friends. And yeah.
I was curious if you've ever dealt with grief using humor in your own life like that. Like, is that something that's been through life in your actual experience?
Yeah, absolutely. There's like, that's what makes us in the comedy field all pretty similar, is that we have this impulse towards comedy and towards laughing at things to make it lighter. And there's a lot of power in making something lighter with comedy, in the fact that you don't have to hide it away. You can actually just like open it up to being funny. That life is funny in a way, even in the worst situations. There can be humor and love and all those things found. Like when my dog died, and there I was with my parents who had just gotten a divorce, both of them in the room while they were putting it down. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And I left and I did a show after that, and I was on a fire, baby. I love absurdism where it's like, life is chaotic and unpredictable, and that's funny. There has to be a sense of romance with the relationship of how absurd life is. I mean, that's why I go to the graveyard too. Because it's just like, whoa, crazy.
Yeah. Jeremy, for your final course of your final meal, don't look at Tony. Tony doesn't like when you look at him. We have, please, We have dessert. This is Aunt Valerie Bota's meringue cake. Again, we called her and we got the recipe. And then just a beautiful tray of fruit with a little bit of brown sugar on there. We have the dragon fruit. We have the mangoes. We have pineapple. We got some fresh passion fruit. We have some watermelon, some yellow watermelon, and
Grenadilla.
Is that what that's called?
Grenadilla. It's passion fruit and grenadilla. It's like a little bit of a bigger. That's crazy.
I literally didn't know what that was called. We were like trying to Google it earlier.
You guys didn't know?
And then I think we forgot about it. Yeah, yeah, you've just taught us.
Grenadilla. You guys want to see something? Grenadilla. Passion fruit. That's really a passion fruit. But that's my tattoo, my one tattoo. My aunt saw it and she said, "It looks like a testicle." It's not. It's a fruit.
Why do you have a testicle? Why do you have a
Shut
fruit
up.
tattooed on your ankle?
Wait. When we were in South Africa last time, me and my brother got tattoos in the same place. He got a pincushion protea, which is a big flower down there, and I got passion fruit because it reminds me of South Africa, and also my aunt who had a passion fruit. Though this one, she had a big passion fruit vine in one of the houses that she lived in, and we'd always go eat it. And she had fresh passion fruit. And also, if you travel ever, a lot of the like hotels or hostels will usually have some fruit, and they'll always have passion fruit with a little bit of brown sugar.
Yeah. Hey man, we got the brown sugar for you. I don't know that I've
Brava!
No, hey, bravo to you.
No, brava to you.
No, bravo you.
Brava you!
I think bravo both. I think we can both be bravado a little bit. You
Yes.
know, the brava.
Where'd you guys get this freaking perfect mango? How did you do that?
It is
Look at
such
how-
a ripe mango. There's something about it's to JC.
Our God is in. Sorry.
Fruit is death.
What?
The Dutch,
Yes.
they painted the fruit because it's death. It decays. It's the natural cycle of life, which is why anytime I taste like an overripe mango like that, this is on the brink of like, is that fully decaying,
Yes.
rotting flesh? Everywhere we look, everything's life and death. We are simply living in a graveyard.
Dude, and fruit is the. How did this happen? How did nature make something so perfect?
I'll tell you what, we very flippantly use the term nature. I don't think I'm turning into a Republican.
Please do.
I don't think I'm turning. I don't know, man. He watches one Tucker Carlson impression and thinks he's Republican. No, but it is becoming more and more fascinating to me. I've been a lifelong atheist. I was that kid growing up in the evangelical
I dabbled.
community.
I dabbled for sure.
In the
When I was-
hardcore A word.
Well, were you like, God doesn't exist?
I was just like larger, so I was like, God doesn't exist, you know?
I was true agnostic, where every day I would have a different idea. I'd be like, God doesn't exist, and then I'll try a mango and go, He delivers and He is holy.
But like, yeah, a little bit. The more I think about it, the more I'm a little bit fascinated with the fact that we use the term like, how did nature do something like this? And I'm like, I think for hundreds of thousands of years, they kind of used the term God to describe that concept of nature.
Well, I think it's like, maybe like nature feels a little bit more wild and chaotic and not planned, you know? Like, how did nature, the beautiful woman she is, do this?
Okay, then we have your aunt's meringue cake. Does this look how it is? Because we
This is so cool.
cry it out. We did send
This
her a
looks
picture.
a lot like it. What did
We
she
sent her
say?
a picture and she said, "That is simply perfect." Is that a good?
That's
That
close.
was good.
Yeah,
On,
that's
but yeah,
close.
well, I'm still working on it.
Good. Okay, God, it's perfect. So this is basically every birthday. You either get this or a tamarind cake that she makes.
So this is the meringue cake with raspberry and hazelnut. So we ground our own hazelnut flour, whipped that into the egg whites until it was stiff peaks, and then baked that off, topped it with a little bit of fresh cream, raspberries, and more hazelnut. Man,
You guys nailed it.
we ask every guest on this show, what do you think happens when you die?
Fun.
You think fun happens?
No.
Oh.
It's a fun question.
Thank you.
Get me my nunchuck. Did you go to TCU and are you a girl? Sorry.
No, I'm not.
I don't know why this is like the bit of the
If you
episode.
can hit me to save one lady horn frog, then I
would do it a million times. What happens after we die? You know, I was a philosophy major in college and economics. And I was very fascinated with death, afterlife, religion, all those things. And then I kind of lost my interest because I think I realized the beauty is that we don't know and we'll never know. And if there is an afterlife, awesome. If there isn't, awesome. I really thought about it a lot when I would go to the graveyard because you're confronted with death, naturally. And I really do think that the most beautiful thing about life is that when you die, everything about you stops there. And so looking at the gravestone, kind of going like, wow, this random lady died in 1967, had 2 kids. She had so many thoughts. Every day of her life, she had a thought. So different from mine. Maybe we had some same thoughts, maybe we didn't. There's no way I'll ever know. And she had more thoughts than I've ever had because she was older than me when she died. And then she died, and it's been 40 years. And it all stopped there. There's a beauty in that, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I take great solace in thinking about the thoughts that she had and knowing for a fact that they were much more similar to mine than I could ever imagine. That's the thing that if I'm walking a graveyard, I'm thinking about was that I feel this level of exceptionalism. I feel like I'm the only one that wakes up with just utter dread to the point of physical illness every single day. And then you talk to somebody else about those deep thoughts and you realize that everybody is diving into that infinite well themselves in ways that you couldn't even understand.
Yeah.
And
that's why I love art, is because it's one of the lasting captures of whatever is happening with that person. Even if small or as big, people drawing, fan art or anime online, or one day just doodling. It's like an expression of the lived-in experience that's so cool and so fun to see. It's a little peek behind the window.
I like when they draw me as like a really buff polar bear.
Dude, I haven't gotten one of those yet.
Hey, someone draw me as a really buff
I
polar
didn't
bear.
get art
Come
like
on.
this. Like, Jeremy, I drew you. I hope you like it. And this is what I look like. And they always focus on the gap. They're making sure. Like,
They just only caricature.
go bigger.
You ready to get in the lightning rounds?
Yes!
Who's the one person dead or alive you'd want to share your actual last meal with?
My brother!
Yes, he's back, baby. He's also my answer now. What song do you want to be played at your funeral?
Funeral.
In 3 words, describe how Vic Michaelis was as an economics tutoree.
I've never met somebody so incapable of understanding economics. I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried. And I just ended up doing their homework for them. It was awesome.
Who's your dream eulogizer at your funeral?
Wow, big. I know it's lightning round. So gut impulse right now, Kendrick Lamar doing an insane rap about me. Come on.
sick. That'd be so sick.
He goes like, Jeremy, A minor. That would be bad if he dissed me at my funeral.
What's your dream song for Paralubis to cover?
Oh my God. Well, we don't do covers, we do originals. Fair point. But if we had to do one, it would be Teenage Wasteland, Baba O'Reilly by The Who.
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? It oscillates between sharks and dying alone.
What is your dream musical guest plus host combo for SNL?
If we could bring back Nelson Mandela and have Interpol do the music, that'd be crazy. They would be so disconnected. Nelson would be like, what is this band? It's like, you had to be there in New York in 2010s. It was crazy.
What's your greatest regret in life?
Impulse. Oh, man. I wish what's my biggest regret in life? I guess I don't have any regrets. What's my biggest regret? Fast. Answer it fast. Oh God. I'm trying to be honest. I can't think of anything. Also, what's my biggest regret in life? I guess so.
You think of a joke.
I'm trying to even do that.
Can I help in any way?
Yeah. Please help. Please help.
Do you need like a suggestion?
Yeah.
So
Suggestion.
you could say something like, "Oh, I regret not drinking this martini." Something
So
like
that's
that.
like not a suggestion.
I
That's
guess
like a
not a
line
suggestion.
read.
So I
But I
can
will
just
do
say,
it because I'm good
no,
at reading
don't
lines.
do the line read.
SNL.
Don't do the line read. I don't like that.
My
I don't
biggest
like that. Give me
regret
a cue card.
is not drinking enough of this martini.
Now it sounds bad. This is why he's the pro, and I'm just
Wish
the
I
guy.
finished this one sooner.
Finally, Jeremy, are you happy?
I'm very happy right now. This food has been delicious.
I'm very happy too, man. Thank you
This has
so
been
much.
so fun and awesome.
Dude,
Guys,
it's been a dream.
if you have the opportunity to do this show, which you won't, please do it.
And Jeremy's brother, Bubba, come on down, man.
Leave him out of this.
Jeremy, if you want to deliver your last words to that camera right there.
My last words are what I'm going to say right when I die. Oh! Huh, how fun.
Oh, and oh, how fun it is. Everyone check out. What are you plugging?
Oh God, what am I plugging? Check out SNL.
Ever heard?
Ever heard of it? Oh, watch Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists, the podcast on YouTube now at Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists at YouTube.
It is a really fun show. Are you going to reprise the Eurovision artists bit
gotta.
You got it.
We've got to bring back Eurovision.
Follow us at Mythical Kitchen for more from the kitchen throughout your day.